Here in early 2026, one of the biggest technological shifts is happening kind of right under our noses. We've gone way beyond AI that just chats with us or makes cool images. We are now officially in the era of AI that acts, that transacts, and that actively participates in our economy. This is the very beginning of what we're calling the Agentic Economy.
Just let that sink in for a second. The software on your computer is evolving from a simple tool you use into an autonomous entity you could be working right alongside. And listen, this isn't some far-off science fiction concept. It's the reality that's taking shape right now, and it's all being powered by this incredible convergence of AI and crypto.
So this slide really gets to the heart of the change. For years, we've been using what's called generative AI, where the human is always in the loop. You're approving every single action. Well, we're now shifting to agentic AI, where the human is on the loop. You're setting the goals, you're overseeing things, but you are not micromanaging. These agents don't just suggest a trade, they actually execute it. They don't just identify a task, they go out and complete it. This is without a doubt the most significant structural shift in the digital economy since the web itself.
Okay, so for an AI to truly act in the real-world economy, it needs economic power, right? It's got to be able to pay for services, manage assets, and even earn its own revenue. But there's this massive problem. You can't exactly walk into a bank and open a checking account for a piece of code. And that's exactly where crypto becomes the absolutely essential infrastructure.
This vending machine analogy makes it super simple to understand. Imagine a smart vending machine. Its onboard AI detects a jam. It doesn't just send an error message and wait for a human. No way. It uses its own built-in wallet to call a repair services API, instantly pays the fee in digital currency, and gets a cryptographic receipt proving the job is done. This entire process, hiring, paying, verifying, it all happens machine to machine, no human in the middle.
And the core technology making this all possible is the Agentic wallet. Now, this isn't your standard crypto wallet. It's purpose-built infrastructure for this brand new, non-human workforce. It can come with built-in skills for things like trading or earning, and, this is crucial, it has programmable guardrails, so developers can set these super strict spending limits that the agent literally cannot override.
So what language do these wallets speak? It's called the X402 protocol, and this is just fascinating. It's reviving this long-forgotten HTTP code. 404 not found? Well, this is 402. Payment required. It basically turns the web itself into a payment rail. An agent can request some data, get a 402 response back with a price tag, and just instantly pay it on-chain. No accounts, no API keys, no monthly bills. It's just seamless, pay-per-use commerce for machines.
All right, so we've got the wallets and we've got the payment rails. The big question then becomes, what are these agents actually doing with all this newfound economic freedom? Let's take a look at the economy they're actually building.
Well, in DeFi, you have these AI swarms that manage liquidity pools around the clock. In machine-to-machine commerce, agents are out there autonomously paying for the GPU power they need to run. We're even seeing bots as delegates in DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations, which basically solves voter apathy because the bots always show up to vote. You can even just talk to your wallet, give it a voice command, and an agent will execute a complex trade for you. It's wild.
And just so we're clear, this is not some tiny niche experiment. This is a real and, more importantly, a measurable economy. We have protocols like Virtualists that are tracking what they call Agentic GDP, or AGDP. And by early 2026, the economic output across thousands of these AI projects has already topped $477 million. This is a serious emerging economic vertical.
Of course, for these AI brains to actually function, they need a body, right? They need real-world physical infrastructure. That's where DePINs, or decentralized physical infrastructure networks, come into play. Projects like Akash are providing the decentralized cloud compute. AOZ is providing storage, and BitTensor is creating a whole marketplace for intelligence itself. And the agents, they just use their wallets to autonomously rent these resources whenever they need them.
So, this all leads to what is probably the single most important question of all. With autonomous bots managing billions of dollars in capital, how in the world do we trust them? How do we make sure they're acting correctly?
Well, the answer is that we need a completely new layer of infrastructure built specifically for this machine economy, a trust layer. Just like we have frameworks for identifying people in traditional finance, we desperately need a new standard for identifying bots.
And this brings us to this really important evolution from KYC, Know Your Customer, to KYA, Know Your Agent. So while KYC verifies a human's legal identity, KYA does something very similar, but for bots. It creates a direct cryptographic link between an agent and its human owner, giving us a really clear chain of accountability. It is, for all intents and purposes, the digital paper trail for the entire machine economy.
But okay, how do you trust the agent's logic? I mean, AI models can be a total black box, right? The solution is a mind-blowing breakthrough in cryptography called zero-knowledge machine learning, or ZKML. This lets an agent provide a mathematical proof that it followed its programming exactly as it was told to. But here's the magic part. It does this without revealing its secret algorithm or any of the private data it used. This gives us a verifiable, rock-solid guarantee that the agent is trustworthy and isn't going rogue.
And this right here really illustrates the big picture. We're watching the convergence of AI, crypto, and all these new trust technologies in real time. And it's allowing crypto to evolve from being just programmable money into programmable intelligence. And that is what's making a truly automated and, more importantly, a truly accountable economy possible.
Look, this is not some fringe idea. Key figures in this industry, people like Sean Neville, the co-founder of Circle, are making it crystal clear. For this new economy to work, agents are going to need credentials. The other party in a transaction needs a reliable way to verify who is behind an agent's actions and, when it comes down to it, where the responsibility truly lies. Accountability is absolutely everything.
So as we wrap this up, it's pretty obvious the agentic economy isn't a prediction anymore. It's our current reality. The AI agents are here, they have wallets, and they are already participating in the economy. So the question is no longer if machines will manage big parts of our economy, but how we're going to design the systems to govern them.